Hello guys. Oh, that fucking split in my hair. Oh no. How do you feel about the new backdrop? Obviously I'm at home, which is like so shocking because like I wasn't supposed to come home, but I'm home. I just like switched it up a bit. If you've been here before, then you know. Who cares? Today we are here because of something that happened to me 3 months ago. Not 6, just 3. For all the girls watching, you've definitely had an experience somewhat similar to this. Get your pepper sprays ready, is all I'm saying. You can get them off Amazon. I'm pretty sure they're UK legal, but they say UK legal on it. Basically 3 months ago I was living in uni. Duh, fook. Me and Emily were having a night in. We had 2 glasses of wine. Look at that. Cheers. No, 1 glass of wine. How many glasses of wine did I have? I had like a couple glasses of wine and like some food also, so I was fine. But it kind of got to me a bit because I was just in a good mood and I was like, oh, tipsy feelings and whatever. And it was 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and obviously it was summer, so it was light outside. We have this park, which I've taken so many photos of. It's like my safe space. We used to go on runs there. It's just so nice. And I was like, oh my god, I kind of feel like going on a walk. Emily, do you want to come? And she was like, no. And so I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna put my sliders on and go on a walk by myself. I'm just like feeling like I need to like get out there and like walk, you know? Also, these were Corona times, so I couldn't just go to a club to blow some steam off. I had to go on a walk. Like, walking was my only option, alright? So I'm not just weird. I mean, I am, but... Like, when you're just like, yeah. So, that's what I did. A bit frazzled from the wine.
I feel so normal.
You're so sober and I'm just not. I'm walking along this beautiful scenery. And it's a really great view of Nottingham, like you can see. That's not the point. There was no one else there, it was just me. Obviously I had my AirPods in, I was listening to music, I was like living it up. And you know this happens all the time. You know when you're walking and then you like feel someone behind you and you're like, are they trying to pass me? Are they trying to come up to me and talk to me? Like, why are they so close to me? Because basically this man was like 1 meter away from me. Anyway, and I'm like, should I slow down so he can pass me or should I speed up? Like, you know, you always have that contemplation. You're like I don't want to just walk next to him. I don't fucking know him. I hear him say something to me and obviously my AirPods are in so I couldn't hear what it was. So I take them out and I'm like, sorry, what? I think he said something like, how are you? I was like, good, thanks. Why are you fucking talking to me? This guy was like 5'10". I think he was Indian, definitely Asian. He had like a beanie on, a hoodie, backpack. But he didn't look like dodgy. He just looked, why did I say it like that? He looked relatively normal. Anyways, he's like, are you single? I'm like, ugh. And I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't feel like I have to be like, oh, I have a boyfriend, to be like, oh, I'm safe. Like, I'm safe on my own, thank you. I was just like, no, like, what? Maybe. Do you have a boyfriend? Like... And then he starts coming closer to me, he's like walking with me now. Obviously I'm trying to get away from him and it looks like he's about to veer off. You can tell that he's thinking, where is she walking next? I need to walk with her. And then he goes to me, are you married? And I go, dunno, do I look fucking married? I could obviously tell this guy was a bit weird. And instead of being like really offish and being like, no, like stop talking to me, I was just kind of like, I'm taking the approach of interrogating him kind of. He was like, how old are you? I was like, how old do you think I am? And then he was like 24 and I was like, okay. Obviously I'm not 24, I'm 20, but people always say I look 24. And then he's like, I want to marry you, like I really want a girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, that's nice, that's nice. And he's like, will you be my wife? And then he goes, and this is when I know he's not okay. He goes, I have a big cock. Or was it massive? I can't remember. I literally looked at myself, I was like, I didn't look at myself, that's impossible. But I literally said, lovely. Anyway, we just keep walking and obviously I'm heading home at this point. And it's really not that far, it's like 700 meters or something. He keeps walking like closer and closer to me, so I'm like forced to walk on the grass rather than the path. Not because I'm scared, I was just like, I don't want to fucking close to me, like get away. And as we're walking down, I have this great idea and I'm like, I'm not scared, but like I feel like this would be good just in case he like tries to abuse me and like rape me and take me away. So I go on my phone and I call Emily and I have my AirPods in. So Emily's like hearing the whole conversation for like 5 minutes or something, and she doesn't come out and meet me, by the way. Emily, thank you for that. And I can hear her on the phone being like, Bella, hello, what is it? Why have you called me? And I'm like, can you not tell that I'm letting you hear some conversation I'm having with a random man? Please like come outside. But then also like, even if she came outside, like nothing would have happened and that guy probably would have been like, oh, now I have 2 girls. He's asking me, where do you live? I'm like, where do you live? And then he was like, NG7. And then he's like, oh, I'm like going into town. Because he's saying that, and I know he's saying that because he thinks I'm going into town. One, I would not be seen going into town dead in fucking shorts and sliders. He said I totally would because I don't give a fuck. Then for some reason, I don't know if I brought this up or he brought this up, he starts speaking French to me. I think I might have told him I can speak a bit French. He's saying loads of long sentences in French to me, which I still don't know what they mean. All I understood was I love you. He literally said, I love you to me. And then he started speaking Italian because I was like to him, I'm Italian. And then I'm pretty sure he said, I love you in Italian as well. And I was like, God, this man could not be more desperate. I think he said to me like, I'm finding it really difficult to like find love or something. I was like, aren't we fucking all? But I don't like this proposal, okay? We get to a road. You can either go right, straight on, or left. And I'm going left because my flat is literally like right there. And then I'm like, where are you going? And he's like, straight on. I'm standing there like waiting for him to go, like, bye. Nice talking to you. And he's like, oh no, where are you going? And I'm like, not that way. And then he's literally like, okay, I'm just going wherever you're going. And I was like, fuck me. He's gonna follow me home. Like, it's, of course, like, yeah. Cars are passing at this point and they can tell that like I don't know him and like he's following me, but obviously they don't stop because I was absolutely fine. Didn't need any help. He was like 5 meters away from him and I was like, you can go that way now. Bye. Just walk that way. Like, I'm going to say, oh, it's nice to meet you. And so obviously these people are like, what? And I'm like, yeah, fucking don't know him. Go away. And anyway, we get to my flat after literally walking 10 meters. In my head, I'm like, I don't want to go in because then he'll know I live here. But also it's okay because it's a building of like 10 flats or something. I don't fucking know. And so like he's not going to know where I live. It's like really not a big deal. And so anyway, I just stand outside the gate and then he like sits down outside the gate and is like waiting there for like me to like let him in or something. Still at this point I'm like, where's Emily? Because I'm expecting Emily to just come running out and be like, Bella, are you okay? She's literally just probably like laughing in her bed. And so I just tap the fob and I go in and I shut the gate behind me and I just don't look back and I walk in and I tell Emily this whole story and I'm like, that's why I called you. Emily's like, oh my God, check outside to see if he's still there. I check outside, it's like 10 minutes later, or like 5 minutes, or like 10 minutes. I feel like the whole story I told her was like 10 minutes. And then we go and check from the window if he's still there and he's not. But like also the one time I didn't have my pepper spray on me, because like I could have pepper sprayed him and also that would have been quite fun. The reason I acted like I acted was because I knew that no one else was there, like in the park we were in or in the pathway that we were in, no one else was there and no one else could see. So I was just like, I want to be kind of compliant and like ask him questions as if I care. And that was basically it. I've never seen this guy since, but I still live there. So I'm never walking there alone now. That's just ruined everything for me because it was the day, it was bright daylight. It wasn't the fucking night. Imagine if I went there at night. I think I have been there at night alone before. You guys should be thankful that I'm still alive today. Also, Katie went to a festival and they took her pepper spray off her and didn't give it back to her, went straight in the bin. And so she had a feminist rant to this guy who took it away from her, the security guy. And I think go on Katie, because that's ridiculous. And also I gave her that pepper spray and that cost me £7. Go on your walks when you want to go on your walks, just maybe have precautions. But also like we shouldn't have to have precautions, we should have people who aren't fucking psychopaths walking around wanting to fucking murder and rape people. So, love you all. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next Thursday. Oh, he's adorable. I'm still recording.